regardless. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100-yard dash.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach.
Well, Coach, the seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the New York Giants and the Detroit Lions. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss. Okay, and he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The numbers for Johnson in last week's game, 19 carries, 85 yards.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in and talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we had a 1,000-yard rusher this year. That means something in today's NFL.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. He's got a first out and more inside the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, where they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key to left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Chris Jones make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Got it. Lock it, lock it. Chips, hey, lock it. Undercut.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Tackled by Jordan Willis. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Watch the slant, watch the slant. Spike.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. He completes it to Julio Jones. The 20. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A big play there for the Giants. 61 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll try and run forward with Barkley, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 21st touchdown of the season, and the Giants have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Getting the sense Charles are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, but it'll be 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Stafford. It's caught, Humphreys. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Credit
him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Locked to throw on 2nd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
No gain on the dump off. It's 2nd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Watch 9. We got heavy. Everybody heavy.
Throwing on 2nd down. Stafford over the middle, and it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And he's got Miller. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Hard Gardner, I think they saw something there. I mean, they came from the right side deliberately, and you know there's always a designated guy who goes and blocks it, but it's the rest of his teammates that get him free.
Check 13. Check 13.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And a penalty flag is down to the backfield as they finally bring him to the turf. But I'm not sure this is going to stand. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Stand up. Check 26.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. A good productive run there on first down. He winds up getting 8.
Hey, foxtrot. What we got? Check nickel.
Looking to throw on second down. Lock is complete to Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. From just shy of midfield, Lock. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 29-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. On second down and 4. Lock eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Well, the defensive coverage was good. So good, he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Lions now. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Stafford. He gets it to Humphreys. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
Now it's Stafford. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Stafford. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. O'Shane Ximines. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, Their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. That's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I know exactly why I tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The final shot before the break, Stanford. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he will be brought down. His time is now run out on this first half of action. Okay, well, so much for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers. We're going to get right to the 3rd quarter. Let me spit this out.
We got this.
And New York set to take the field.
Ready, set. Check. 6-6. Pull it high. Come on. Say. High 7.
On 1st down, Locke looking deep for Julio. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Look at me. Go.
Now Saquon Barkley. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200-plus?
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field.
Don't say nothing. Wide. Get wide. Hey, Charlie. Be driven.
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Gets past 1 man. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet. Blocked now on 3rd and goal. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And the kick by Rosas is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Great change up there on the route. It got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
So the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside. Make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
Block now on 1st down. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Block now on 1st down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. It's a big-time play there for the G-Men. 49 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown.
Let's go touchdowns, baby.
Kyle Juszczyk, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And when they called that play, I'm not sure they expected it to go all the way to the end zone. Nice little reward, though.
Without a doubt, and sometimes I think the offensive line gets a little bit more inspiration when they know that guy's going to get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often. They want to reward him for all that good blocking he does as well.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On 2nd and 9. Stafford, catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Out of the gun, Stafford. Johnson's got it complete. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. To throw is Stafford. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing again is Stafford. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And down inside the 15 he goes. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down. Stafford going to come up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. From the red zone now, Stafford. It's caught, Humphries. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Adam Humphries, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. Point after, right down the middle. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions.
Yo, what's good, man?
No, I gotta finish.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
You got 4? Oh, okay.
This fielded at the 2.
You can play back on.
Bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Yeah, I got Pedro. Pedro's coming on.
The New York set to take the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs.
Yeah,
to keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds
I'm in Madden. I got like
incomplete.
5 minutes left in the quarter.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one who has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the
whatever
football.
y'all need, man.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll get this one up to the 26.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. He finds an opening past the 40. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a 1st down. Probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch,
what's up, Bill?
but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
You can make like 2 right teams, yo.
On 1st and 10, Lock gets this out to Saquon.
What's up, man?
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
Somebody can sit out, or we could just do 3 on 3.
Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete.
Y'all start now if y'all want.
Nice open field tackle.
They played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. They saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for them.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Trey Flowers. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. On 3rd and long, it's Lock. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use Fortnite.
I'm impressed.
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken.
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Here's Stafford. He finds Humphreys. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Now a first down throw. Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the 50, it's Stafford. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Stafford throws complete to Galladay. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Stafford now to throw. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to go back to Moore there, but it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd down and goal. Stafford, and he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. They snap it to Stafford. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
Yeah, you can see that,
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And this will be recovered by the Giants, and that ought to just about do it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Again, it's Barkley. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Oh, what a juke into space. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But That touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So Matthew Stafford in the offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. A little over 20 seconds to go. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on first down. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson, and he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Throwing again on second down. Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. They'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL when you...